Hey everybody, Sean here with Monorail Central. I'm just now getting around to editing this video, and I'm realizing that I never filmed an intro or an outro. So, this is it. During our stay at Disney's Art of Animation Resort this past October, we tried the Landscape of Flavors Dining Hall, which is the only food service option at Disney's Art of Animation Resort. We filmed this around 10 o'clock at night right after we had gotten off a plane, so I apologize if the audio quality is not that great or the lighting is not that great. Now keep in mind, I did film this in October, so there were a couple of seasonal menu items as part of this food review. I wanted to try and get a mixture of multiple different portions of the menu to try and give it a fair chance. I normally sway away from the seasonal menu items because they're not always available, but this time they looked very intriguing, so I included them as part of this review. So, without further ado, here is our review of the Landscape of Flavors at Disney's Art of Animation Resort. So my entree for dinner tonight is a limited time seasonal special here. It's the chicken adobo nachos. These are blue corn tortilla chips served with grilled chicken adobo, toasted pumpkin seeds, dried cranberries, roasted corn pico, and pumpkin cheese sauce, topped with cilantro lime crema and yellow corn tortilla strips. This was $12.49, and it was really good. Surprisingly, this pumpkin cheese sauce was very sweet. I never really thought to combine pumpkin or cheese before, and it's definitely something I'm going to try at home at some point. Cilantro lime crema, really good. Fresh, crunchy, crispy tortilla chips. The chicken, when you hear chicken adobo, you kind of think of that southwestern spice almost. This is a very mild adobo spice. I'm someone who doesn't really handle spicy things well, and this was very palatable for me. If you're here this time of year, go ahead, chicken adobo nachos.
So for dinner tonight, I got the meatball sub. This was a meatball with marinara, provolone, and parmesan in a sub roll, served with kettle chips. The kettle chips, I was expecting plain kettle chips. They are barbecue. That was an awkward first bite because I was not expecting the spices that hit me to hit me. They are pretty good barbecue kettle chips, just not my thing. The meatball sub is pretty good. It's the same sauce that they use on the cheese pizza. So it's a little bit on the sweeter side. Not my favorite marinara, but pretty good. Meatballs, there were 5 or 6 meatballs in this meatball sub, so it was loaded up, covered in cheese. Meatballs were cooked really well seasoned. The cheese was perfect as well. So this is definitely something that I would be getting again.
I had the grilled chicken sandwich from the gluten and wheat allergy menu. It had a marinated chicken breast topped with fresh mozzarella, basil aioli, balsamic glaze, arugula, and tomato on an allergy-friendly bun served with french fries. The gluten-free bun, not gonna lie, was one of the most hard, stale gluten-free buns I had, but overall flavoring of it was not terrible, but it was just a little chewy. Getting into the actual sandwich, the chicken breast was wonderfully spiced. It had like a little bit of an Italian seasoning, which was really nice. The arugula tasted more like spinach. Didn't really have that bite that arugula had that normally has that I was looking for, but still overall good. Mozzarella was really fresh and tender, not super hard or dry as if it had been laying out. The tomato was good, and the basil aioli tasted more like mayonnaise, and I didn't really taste the balsamic. Overall, it was a really good sandwich, and it was priced at $12.49 for the whole entire sandwich plus french fries. The french fries, however, being later in the night, tasted more like veggie straws because they were very stale.
And finally, we shared a cheese pizza. This was $20.99, and this was a pretty good Disney pizza. I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite pizza, but again, as you guys know, I'm from New Jersey. I'm very particular about my pizzas, but it was pretty good. Definitely rated it higher than Vero Beach, and Sean rated it higher than Pizza Rizzo, so definitely get this if you and your family are looking to fuel up after a long day in the parks and head back to your hotel room. They don't sell slices here. It's only by the full-size pizza, so just keep that in mind when you come on over here to Landscape of Flavors.
So for dessert, we all shared the Monster Whoopie Pie. The Whoopie Monster Pie is an apple and caramel whoopie pie with marshmallow buttercream. Now, my first thoughts were, this doesn't smell like anything that it says it was, but it tastes like it. So The buttercream honestly reminded me of your basic grocery store cupcakes. Nothing to write home about. However, the cake itself was really nicely spiced. It was a little bit wet and gooey, but not like in a good way. It was like toffee-y, but not where you want toffee. So kind of an odd mouthfeel, but overall really good. The caramel was not your true like ground butter caramel, but still a nice balance with the apple profile of the cake. And it also included sugar eyeballs on the top that had a little bit of a pumpkin flavor. The biggest thing that I didn't like about this is that the aftertaste of it tasted like how the cinnamon and pumpkin spice pine cones that you find at Michael's or any other craft store smell.
So that is everything we tried at the Landscape of Flavors at Disney's Art of Animation Resort. And it really was a fantastic meal. We tried multiple different things, especially for 10 o'clock at night after all the parks had closed and it was starting to get a little busy. We were pleasantly surprised. Disney quick service at the hotels can be very hit or miss, and especially at Disney's Art of Animation Resort, I didn't really have high hopes because it is a value resort and my track record at value resort quick services is not that great. But Disney blew it out of the water. Overall, I'd give Landscape of Flavors a solid 8 out of 10 compared to other quick services around property. It's not something you have to settle for, either in the middle of your busy park day or at the end of your busy park day when you just want something quick to eat and you don't have to settle for mediocre cafeteria food. This is legitimate. If you enjoyed this food review, please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to Monorail Central for more Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Vacation Club, and Monorail Project content. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all real soon.